Hello friends, and welcome back for another episode of Indie Impressions. My name is Nick, and today we're going to be looking at Badass Locomotive, which is probably the coolest name I've seen for a game in a pretty long time. This is by, let's see, we've got our credits here: Nuclear Wombat, Matthias Zarzecki, and music by Stigrun Frieden. Sorry, I'm not good at names. Regardless, this is some sort of a puzzle game with an emphasis on hats, because, you know, hats are cool. Something to do with trains, and I don't know hardly anything about it aside from what I've seen in the little press release that I read. So it should be an interesting time, and I do like to go into these videos pretty much blind, so I think I'm accomplishing that. Got some pretty awesome, like, MIDI music playing in the background. I'm digging it. We can switch over to Palladium Blue, which I think I'm going to do, actually, because I like how deep that is. Very nice and rich. And check out what hats we have available. Unfortunately, no hats yet for our locomotives, which may or may not be a problem. We're going to see. And I do thank the developer. This is another great Unity game. I love playing games in Unity because I know Fraps will work just fine with them, and that just makes my life so much easier. I don't know if you guys know this, but every single video that I record, I have to essentially make up a new recording setup for. I mean, not every time does the game record properly. We've got issues with video, we've got issues with sound, we've got issues with syncing, frame rate. Like, there's any number of possibilities that could go wrong. And I won't dwell on this, I'll just finish this up and then move on. But it's really a relief to know pretty much every time I start a Unity game, it's gonna just kind of work. So, I like that. So here we go. Let's place some tracks by left-clicking on the terrain, hold right mouse button to rotate the camera, and use the mouse wheel to zoom. That is incredibly simplistic, and I love it. I feel like I can actually have a grasp on this immediately. So I think this is a beginning-to-end type of situation here. I can just click, 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 click. When I'm done, go. Alright. Locomotive, you are pretty badass. Love the patchwork motif we've got going here. Reminds me a little bit of Little Big Planet. I picked up a paint can and a bunch of sheriff stars. So I've got all 3 sheriff stars, new color, and an awardment, which seems like a nice combination of an achievement and an award. I like that. What can we improve here? Oh, improve the same game, I guess. No, I probably can't really improve this level. So I can now customize with Invisible in Nature Green. I'm going to stick with Palladium Blue. I like that one better. Still no hats. We're going to work on that, though. Let's continue. Okay, you can build straight tracks on hills. You can also rotate tracks by clicking on them. Alright, so we're going to want to grab these sheriff stars, I'm sure, and oh, what is this? What is this? Looks like a hat to me. Alright, we are definitely getting that junk. Alright, how do I do that, though? Let's check. So I can rotate... Oh, no, that's not what I was trying to do. How do I make not straight tracks? Can I... Oh, okay. Can I destroy? Yes. Turny track, going that way. And then turny track going that way. Straight track. Turny track. Pretty simple. I mean, this is a kind of a fun little puzzle game idea. I mean, it seems like something I would imagine may have been done before, but I haven't seen it anytime recently, and, you know, it's fun. Add the nice visual aesthetic, add some customization options. I can't see how you could go wrong. So there we go. We've made a little path that's going to grab all that stuff, and we should be set to go. I like this nice little touch. There's a seagull here going around, and these funny little trees that sort of look like wizard hats. Yeah, what's up with those trees? They have, like, very thick trunks. Or maybe they're little huts? No, they're probably trees. I see that one's cut down. When it's cut down, it sort of looks like a shortcake, like you would make strawberry shortcake in. Alright, got all 3 sheriff stars and the hat. Can't wait to customize my train up. And we've made it. Alright, very good. So I know not to hit improve because I don't think I can do any better on that. Alright, let's do it. Top hat time! Alright, my train is a top hat. Everything's good. Feeling good about everything. If you misplaced a piece, use the destruct button to remove it. Oh yeah, I figured that out already. Because I immediately misplaced that piece. Can I get another hat, please? No, just another paint color. See, I like that there's little extras to find other than just these sheriff stars, because it's one thing to do well on a level, but it's another thing to get, like, something that keeps you moving ahead. This is a little bit awkward, though. Like, I wish I could kind of slide the center point of the camera over just a little bit, so this is, like, closer to the center, because it's not really... well, whatever, it's not a big deal. So we want turny track, turny track, turny track, and another. And then straight, 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 straight. How am I going to do this one? Alright, we can actually destroy that. Turn... oop, wrong way. Straight, and then turn, and another turn. So it's a simple puzzle game. I mean, I would put this definitely more on the casual side of things, which I have no problem with occasionally. I'll play a casual game. I'm not a huge fan of the genre in general, like what it's done to the game industry a little bit, but, you know, I'll play Bejeweled or, you know, PopCap games in general a lot. Plants vs. Zombies was a great time, and oh man, that snafu about what they just did to the, one of the developers with Plants vs. Zombies, that's kind of ugly. But you can read about that somewhere else. That's not my thing right now, but yeah, just know that stuff's going down. So we're going to grab this paint color here, turn ourselves possibly pink or purple. I can't quite tell which color we're looking at. Yeah, I think it's more purple. Oh, it shows up green up here, though. That's not so good. Well, whatever. It's probably just a generic paint can. I would say if you make a generic paint can, you should make it like black or white, though. Then it encompasses all possible colors. Or just don't put paint in it, you know? Don't have to identify it as any particular color. Be like a non-denominational color. Oh yeah, see, it's green here too. Oh, whatever. So yeah, let's take a look at that color. Customize. Adequate violet. Wow, looks more pink on the train actually. But it's kind of ridiculous, so I'm gonna actually use that. Alright, train too slow, click fast forward to speed it up. Where's that? I'm not aware of a fast forward. Looking around here, I don't see like a fast forward button on the screen. Oh, whatever. I don't think I need it to be hurried up anyway. So, straight, turn, turn. I guess this is going to get tougher at some point. I mean, right now it's been pretty simple. I do like how the tracks actually seem to map to the surfaces, whatever you put them on. That's kind of nice. Like the bridge, it actually arches over. Straight, straight. Oh, that should have been curved. I wish you could just right-click on them to destroy them, since right-click doesn't actually do anything. Oh, how do I deal with this? Okay, so I can't make a curved track, obviously, on here, so I'm gonna have to go up, and then come back down. What's going on with this, though? There's like a secret extra exit? A little confused about this. We're gonna figure it out, though. This is a learning process. Like I said, we're doing this blind. So I do not know a bunch of things about this game, but we're working on it. Oh, why would I put that there? I need to potentially go in that, but won't that end my game? Wouldn't it be better to just skip that track and go right to the end over there? I think we can do that. Turn. Straight, straight, straight. I'm not in any danger of running out. I guess later on it's going to get like a little harder to manage your resources or something. Alright, go. Oh, there's the fast forward button. Alright, we can do that. Alright, train's going. It's looking pretty pink. Pretty in pink. It's really not pink, but I just keep thinking it is. Alright, so I guess that was a solution. This is like the wimp way out to go to this exit. We're not doing that though, we're going all in. You can finish you can finish a level without all stars. Okay. Or, you can get all stars and prove your awesomeness. I agree with that statement, I would want to do that. Ooh, what color do we have today? Orange? It's sort of like bronze though. It's almost, yeah, it's more like a metallic-y bronze look than orange. So we've got a fence behind us, which is going to help us indicate which direction we're going to start out traveling in. The goal is right in front of us, but, you know, we wouldn't want to do that. There's a crossing, too, which is going to be a nice little added bonus in terms of strategy here. So which direction is probably the best? I'm thinking head left, hook back around, grab this sucker. Oh, how are we going to deal with this? I'm going to need a crossing right here, hook back through that, turn, turn. Oh, this is tough. Okay, we've actually got a slightly tougher level here. Well, not that tough, but at least gonna take me a moment to figure out. So, turn. I gotta stop saying what I'm placing every single time I place it, because you guys are gonna get bored of that. Music is, something. It's a little consistent. I was sort of hoping we might run into a different, if you'll pardon the expression in the use of context, your track, a different track. But, you know, it's fine. It's background music. It's not overly obtrusive. Alright, I'm gonna probably run out of track here if I try to make this all the way down. So how should I do this? I can post one more straight one here. Turn. And then I have two straight and another crossing, which isn't gonna help me, and another turn. Alright, I think I might be able to make this happen. Yeah. Just barely, though. So I end up with one spare crossing track, and I'm not sure what is a better way to do this, but maybe there was a more, you know, viable, conservative way to spend my resources and not waste them. That is one nice thing I like about games like this. I mean, you definitely have the ability to come up with your own solutions. There's not necessarily one best solution. I mean, it seems like I might have found what's close to one best solution in this track, but I have a feeling there's a couple ways to approach this, and probably this will get, you know, even more spread out later on. Alright, let's speed this track up. Alright, so we've got another color. Let's check out our train in that color, because that's what we do. Nuclear Fusion Orange. Okay, I'm into that color. I could use some new hats, though, I have to say. My train's feeling a little bit bored. And that is one thing you don't want, is to have a bored train. You can customize your train color, pick up the colors in levels to unlock them all. Yeah, I know that. I kind of like that almost all the conventions we've run into so far, I've been able to just sort of intuit without needing to have them be explained. I mean, aside from, like, the fast forward, which I wasn't quite getting at first. But I would have figured out that I can click and stuff pretty quickly. The interface is pretty simple. I mean, it's just sort of like wireframe buttons. Not really super developed or anything, but I'd say it gets the job done, and I don't think I have any problems with the stylings so far. What is that game that... This is reminding me of a game that I got on Xbox Live Arcade. Had a funny name to it. Oh man, it's not gonna come to me now. It's a platformer kind of puzzle game. You walk around on little cubes that they look very similar to this. It was like two names... Oh man, I'm gonna have to look this up now because it's gonna bug me. But it had a very cool art style, and it's sort of reminding me a little bit of this. So we've got a pretty complicated track here. We've got a beret to worry about, and as we get further in, we're noticing we have a lot more track pieces to play with here. So that will definitely add to the elements of surprise as we try to make a strategy and find that we may run out. And we've got, looks like, 2 exits again. And a number of collectibles we want to grab here. Not sure what the best way to approach this is. I'm going to sort of take it as I go. Now, it should be noted, I am not exactly an avid train fan or anything, which I don't want that to influence the review in any way. This is not really a factor here, but in general, in life, I'm not the biggest fan of trains. I don't really have a huge stake in interest with them. But I did notice that I totally don't mind playing this. This is pretty fun, actually. There was this really old game I used to play on the Atari ST that was basically a train simulator, and there wasn't much to it, but you would just basically get like a big white screen, and you could plant a bunch of pieces like on a tile set, and just make up your own like train tracks and stuff. And even though I wasn't a fan of trains even back then, you know, it's still kind of fun. And this is sort of bringing me back to that. But, you know, in an updated way with some puzzle elements, which is very cool. How on earth am I supposed to make this work? Because I need to somehow get... I think I have to start going in that direction. You know, it would be kind of cool. I don't know if this is, like, worth adding as a feature, but, like, having the ability to, destroy all the train track pieces in one go. I mean, not like it takes that long to take care of this, but... if you could just like double-click, or maybe you don't want to double-click this, but maybe have like a click confirm, do you want to destroy all pieces, and then you could actually just clear your track out in case you find that you just did something dumb, and you got like almost to the end and realized you're like right here, but you don't have enough track pieces to finish it. That would save you the frustration of having to go back and delete all of them. So I think we need to actually head left to start, which is actually kind of obvious now that I'm looking at it again. Oh, what's up with this? I can't place tracks on quilted pieces, apparently. Okay, I didn't know that. It's fine, we live and learn. Let's make it headed up in this direction. I think this is actually the type of game that would quite be appealing for the younger guys out there, guys and gals, train fans and non-train fans alike, because I have to say, at least at the beginning, the puzzles aren't so hard that they might be, you know, unintuitive or annoying if you're of a younger age group. I mean, maybe I'm off base on that, that's just my observation, but I feel like this would probably be pretty accessible. Like if you're a parent and you have a kid, you could probably play this together. I think this would be a pretty good time. And plus, you know, as far as I know, it seems like every little kid I know loves trains. And it's kind of nice that you can go into like an overhead view, although I wish you could shift it all the way overhead. Right now we have to stop at this like 4/5 view. I'm not sure what you call that, but it's like mostly all the way up, like 85% up, but you just can't go that last little bit. So we could grab this hat, and then what are we going to do? We got to somehow make it back around. This is a tough spot here, because I need to get this sheriff badge over here. And I could put a crossing, but how's it going to know to switch rails over to get to this side? I think I may have met my match, and as is always the case, when I'm trying to play puzzle games on this, please keep in mind it's not hard, but it's not super simple also to be talking and playing at the same time while trying to like strategically think of logic. So, you know, take it with a grain of salt that, you know, I'm not maybe quite as bad at puzzles as I appear to be on this, but not that I'm worried about my posterity or anything. We're just going to skip that star, unfortunately, for now and move on. But yeah, I'm not super terrible at puzzle games in general, but it does add that extra element since you're in parallel thinking of like multiple different levels of stuff going on. So I'm thinking about like, what's the next thing I'm about to say? What's the next piece I'm about to put? What's the overall goal here? Like, you get it. Many levels of thinking. So yeah, next level, we got an awardment, we got a new hat. I don't know if I want that hat, it's a beret. I guess if you want to roll with like the pink train and the beret, that could be cool. You can find hats in the world which you can put on your train. No, I know that. Man, I'm right with you, I've been there. Ooh, what is this color? Like a charcoal or black or something? Yeah, I think it's just black. Alright, this looks like a smaller track here we've got going. So I would probably shift left, grab this one, go up, shift back, grab this one, go over. I don't know if I have enough pieces to do this, but we're going to give it a shot. I think the best way to proceed is to not even look at how many pieces you have necessarily, just start going. And when you find out you don't have enough, double back and try again. It's a similar strategy as I used for Astro Slugs, if you remember that video. Like, try not to get too caught up in if I can solve this puzzle yet or not, just worry about whether or not I have even the beginnings of a strategy yet. And from there we'll adapt. Because that's what we do as human beings, we adapt to our environments. This one seemed way simpler than the last one. Maybe I got smarter, maybe this just actually was simpler, I don't know. Let's go. Speed up. It almost seems contrary, though, to speed up, because it seems like you're skipping, like, the main point of the game just to watch your train do the solution. I don't know, it's nice that they included the feature, though, I'm happy about it. We got a new color, we're gonna check out black. Extraordinarily dark. Oh, this is nice. Oh, it's like a sweet, like, I don't know what you call that, like, frosted crimson. It's got, like, a metallic, thick, frosted coat on it. I like that. That goes well with my hat. Alright, continue. Alright, we can zoom using the arrow keys. I didn't know that, but, you know, it wasn't really so much of a thing for me. Okay, this is like a incremental zoom instead of these more fluid zoom you get with the mouse wheel. So what is this we've got? Are these blue denim tiles? Are these supposed to be water, or are these usable? Yeah, those are not usable, so I gotta factor that into my strategy here. So what's the best way to proceed? I want to grab that, go around, go back, and that way. I think that, yeah, that one looks pretty simple. I'm pretty much guessing that one track that I had trouble with probably was not that hard, and I just was missing something fairly obvious, which seems to always be the case. Harkens all the way back to my Dinos in Space video. Oh, that is not the right tile there. Where I was just sort of like totally missing really obvious things. I mean, the Astro Slugs one as well. I totally was just blatantly missing the most obvious things. It was right in front of me. Alright, turn, turn, straight, done. Don't even need to use a crossing there. I wonder what the ways you could use a crossing is effectively. Should get me everything. Unfortunately, no hats on this level, but we do get an awardment. Happy to have it. One thing I will say, and this is, I have to temper this because I find the name quite funny, but it seems almost a little bit contrary to call the game Badass Locomotive when the age group that this could be targeted at is easily quite large. I mean, not that saying badass is like the most awful thing, but it seems like something that little kids probably don't want to hear, your parents probably don't want their little kids to hear, potentially. I don't know, I could be off base on that as well, and any parents out there that are watching these videos, feel free to let me know your opinions on that. If you're a pretty cool parent, I can't imagine that would be a very big issue, but you probably don't want your kids running around saying that. I don't know. I'm not a parent myself, as is probably fairly obvious. So we've got some sort of a platinum silverish color going on up there. This one's looking a little bit fairly complex. I don't know. Oh, what is this? Double turn? I have to see what... Oh boy. Alright, we're getting into high-level strategy here. And you know what? With that, I think this is probably going to be the track that's going to screw me up the most. So I'm going to actually... I'm going to wrap us up for this episode, so I'm going to make sure you leave the link how to check out Badass Locomotive in the description as always. So if you guys are tuned into this game, you think it's pretty cool, because I actually quite do, feel free to follow that link over and check it out. And you can see what you can do about this puzzle and see what the rest of the hats are, because I also don't want to spoil the surprises that are in store. It seems like there's a decent amount of games still left ahead of us, and I want to make sure you guys get what you get out of it, and I don't want to ruin it all. So, as is always the case, make sure you head on over to www.indie-impressions.com. That's my website. I post every night's video over there. I've been building a pretty cool community of like-minded indie individuals over there. That could be a really bad pun, individuals. Sorry about that. So make sure you head on over, join our forums, check stuff out. Like I said, I post every video up there, so you can actually browse those by tags. There's all kinds of sorting options, and you can find out about a lot of cool new indie games, or new and old, actually, because I pretty much play them from every era. So come on over, make some friends, hang out for a while, earn some pixels, and hopefully you'll have a good time, and let me know what you think about it. Alright, so that will do it for today. Make sure you come back again tomorrow. I do one of these videos every single day. Haven't missed one yet, and I don't intend to anytime soon. So thank you very much for watching, and I'm out. I will see you again tomorrow.